This is my indoor gardening update number 4. As you can see, the tomato plants are still doing okay, although the tomatoes really haven't shown any signs of ripening yet, but I'm hopeful that they will start in the near future. And the second plant, which had done kind of poorly when I knocked the container over, has recovered, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but in the upper left-hand corner of the frame there, it's starting to bloom, so I'm optimistic that I'll get some tomatoes off of that in the near future. And as you can see, I stuck a couple of green onions in that container, and they're doing okay. And down at the bottom here, there's a little bit of basil that just kind of grew, so I'm just going to let that grow up, and I'll be able to harvest that and get a little more basil off of it. The lettuce has really been my greatest success story so far. I've gotten enough lettuce leaves for 3 salads and 2 sandwiches, and I'm anticipating that I'll be able to harvest some more in the very near future. In the back there, my basil is still doing quite well. I'm able to pull a few leaves off of it every now and then for adding into salads and pizzas and such. And also I have got a couple of green onions in those containers, and they're doing okay also. And up here with my table, in the front here, as you can see, the green onions on one half of this container are doing quite well, and the ones on the other half just kind of died. I'm not sure exactly why that happened, but I've replanted some on the left-hand side, so I'm hopeful that they'll eventually grow over there as well. And I've got some spinach there on the right-hand side. It's getting ready to transplant in probably a week or so. And in the back, my hot peppers on the right-hand side are very close to being ready for transplant, and I've got some more spinach there on the left. And this next container, I planted some spinach and it didn't seem to grow, so then I replanted it with lettuce, and now it looks like both the lettuce and the spinach are starting to grow in that container, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that. I may want the spinach more than the lettuce, but we'll just have to wait and see. Here, as you can see, this is just some more basil. It's doing quite well, and it's getting ready for transplant soon. And over here, this container didn't really grow, so I replanted it with lettuce, and a couple of plants have started to pop up, so I'm anticipating there'll be a few more popping up in the near future. And I've still got some green onions in water, and they're doing okay, and you can see my potatoes are still there in the background. And here, I put some dill in this container. It's probably been planted maybe about 10 days ago, so it just started popping up, so it's got a long ways to go. And here I've got some radishes, and I think radishes are small enough that I'll just be able to harvest them directly out of that container. So I'll probably be replanting some more radishes in another container in the near future. And here my celery is still doing okay. It's got quite a few roots on it, I've noticed. And I've got a cold frame outside, so I'm thinking about just digging a hole in the cold frame and plopping that in the ground and seeing what it's going to do. I haven't really decided yet, but that's certainly a possibility. And over here I've got a couple more lettuce plants that are also doing quite well. And in the square container I planted some carrots, and 2 of them have sprouted, and I'm hoping the others will sprout in the near future. They're 3-inch carrots, so they're small enough that I'm just going to let them in that container and try to harvest them in that when they get a little bigger. And that's my indoor garden, and I'm getting to the point where I'm considering it's getting close to time to put some tomato seeds in the ground for outside planting as well.